good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Karibuni tena. It's another Empower Academy session here at Empower. And, well, it's been 1 month since we last saw each other on another Empower Academy session. Last time we were here with, we were at actually in a Nafasi Art Space with Mr. Aidan Eyakuze, where he spoke a lot on surviving or living under pressure, how you could still maintain your cool while going through different situations in life and still grow out of it. But this time around, we're here virtually, also partially physically here with our wonderful guest. Yeah, as you can see her. My name is Nancy. I'm here with my colleague. Yes, absolutely. We have such a fun personality in the room, so I'm sure it's going to be a very fun Empower Academy session. Karibuni sana, 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 sana. So here with us, we have Meena Ally.
Hello.
Meena, please say hello to our viewers. Yes, she is a media personality who started her career in the media industry from the age of 16. Wow, what a journey. Congratulations for getting this far. I'm sure you've been through a lot and you have a lot of experience to share with us and a lot of wisdom. And a lot of young people now, since the media industry is growing, would want to learn and know how did you make it and what can they do to get to the level that you are in right now. So karibu sana. And yeah, let's get it kicking. Lakini, let me check who is already in the chat room. Let's see if you can hear. If you cannot hear us, please drop it in the chat box so that we can adjust accordingly. Yes. So we have Michael Chacha in the room. We have Lightness. Let's see who else is in here. Karibuni sana. I know we started a little bit late, but we have Faraja. We have Faida Mwitu. We have more people also joining. So we're just gonna buy in some time. As we wait for more people to join us. Yeah. So, Swed, what do you expect from this session today?
Well, I'm looking forward to learning a lot. Ideally, I'm also a content creator in a way, so use inspiration.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited to learn.
You're super excited to learn. Absolutely. We love learning. Empower is all about learning. It's all about growth mindset. So whenever we have a guest, we expect you also to come out of the session, with new knowledge, with new insight, with a fresh mindset, so that we can keep the ball rolling. Growth is everything that we need right now. So yes, so let's have more people join us. So how was your day, Meena? Talk to us a little bit. How was your day started?
My
Yes.
morning has been awesome. I was woken up by my makeup artist at like 7:30.
Yeah.
She was like, wake up, I'm on my way. That's how I started.
Yeah.
It's definitely beautiful. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah.
And the way you guys are speaking about me, it feels like it's somebody else. I'm like, who is that? That person is so huge. But yeah. I'm really grateful for this opportunity, and I'm happy to be here.
Yes.
Speaking to my fellow young people about this, and thank you for the coffee. The sugar is just how I like it. So my morning is going very good.
It's going very good. That's excellent. We're so excited to have you. I mean, recently I saw a post. You got an award from a youth award.
Yes.
What was that about? Tell us a little bit about that.
Youth award.
Yes.
You mean like a recognition for
Yes,
being a presenter?
Was it? No, it was from an organization
for being a youth champion
Yes,
to fight against COVID-19.
I think something like that.
Yes.
I just saw an award and you receiving it. So I was like, she has to tell us what this was about. Very recently.
How long ago was this?
Like a couple of weeks back.
I literally received it.
Yeah.
With my hands. Or was it like a post or something?
You posted it.
I don't. It was a post. It wasn't like I handling. It wasn't pictures I'm taking.
Was it you handling an award to someone?
Oh,
it was you with Abby Charms and other young people.
I was handling, and then there was another one which was the award for clouds. for supporting young people.
Oh.
So I was sent as a representative to take it, but thank you.
Oh, nice. Congratulations. All right. So, well, let's see who's also joined the room so we could start. Okay, we have more people. We have Noella, Rebecca in the room, Karibu Sana. So I think without any more delays, let's kick it off with our energizer. As you know, we like to start with an energized mind. We need energy. We need our brains to be alert so that we can, learn and gain as much as we can from this session. So handing it back to our technical team, let's kick it off with our energizer. Swed, this is on you. You're going to back me up. Yeah.
So just go. I believe that you have access to your chat box. Just go in there. It's a pop quiz. So you just get to answer these questions. Whatever you think is the right answer, just go ahead and just put your answer in there. And then we'll give you the correct answer at the end of the day. You're going to learn what the answer to the question is. So,
yeah, and Meena, feel free to also jump in if you know the answer. Okay. All right? It's just a pop quiz. All right, let's kick it off. Luca, let's go.
Let's see how many questions you get right. So the first question is, okay, what are the names of 3 major deserts in Africa? Meena, any ideas? 3 major deserts.
Is Sahara supposed to be from Africa?
Yes. That's one of them.
Okay. Uh-huh. Any other? Let's test your geography skills. How much do you remember?
3 deserts in Africa. There's one in the north, one in the south.
There's one in these countries where they speak Arabic, but it's in Africa.
Yes.
Isn't it Sahara?
That's and then there's the other one for,
let me check in the comment box. Yes.
So you guys don't know, or you're like the people that
we want people to tell us. We know the answers. We know the answers. Trust me. All right. So we have all right. So let's see. Someone saying we cannot hear Swed, so I think we need to fix that. And then, all right, so we have Noella saying Sahara, Faida saying Sahara, Kalahari, and Namib. We have Faraja saying Swed, we can't hear you, we're fixing that. Sahara Desert. All right, okay.
They can't say Sahara, I already did that. I won
so that. Sahara is yours, you've claimed it. Let's see what the answers are. Perfect. So we have Kalahari, Namib Desert, and
there's one who said all
yes,
of them.
There's a winner who said all of them, and this
she's probably still in school.
She remembers all this, right? She's
very fast with Google.
Absolutely. So Faida Mutu said Sahara, Kalahari, and Namib. Thank you, Faida, and you got it right. Let's move on to the next question.
Next question.
What?
What is the most expensive home in the world?
Meena
Ally. How am I supposed to
know? I'm lost on that one as well.
I'm poor.
Can I guess?
Maybe let's narrow it down. Which continent would you say?
Europe, maybe?
I think it could be Africa.
Could be Africa.
The most expensive home.
We're like the tourism place, so we have. Oh, it's a home. People live there.
People live there.
Yeah. Like someone's home.
It's obviously.
Can I guess? Maybe Cristiano Ronaldo's home. Like who's there? Oh, okay, maybe Bill Gates' home. Oh, White House is a home, right?
Yeah, the White House, maybe.
Shah Rukh Khan owns a house in Burj Khalifa.
Oh wow!
And
I'm here thinking that could be. Let's see. All right. So someone Lightness says an expensive home. Yes, an expensive home. And then we have Mayur saying Buckingham Palace, and Michael. Yes,
we should have thought of that.
You know it. And then Michael Chacha says White House. I think he heard us say White House. All right, let's see what the answer is.
It's definitely Buckingham Palace. I knew it. It sounded right. It sounded right. When I heard it, it sounded so right.
It sounded right. Correct. And this one, our winner is Mayur. All right, so perfect. We have Efren saying, can we get the record at the end? Yes, this is recorded, so it'll be uploaded on our YouTube channel. Awesome. All right, let's move on to the next question, Luke.
Who is the youngest billionaire in Africa? I think last time I checked, it was more Deudi. Wasn't it?
We don't know. Maybe.
It was more Deudi.
Maybe. All right.
After him, it would be me.
Amen. Will you agree to our invitation?
I'll think about it.
Oh, we're gonna pass through your secretary now. All right. So Michael Chacha says Mohammed Dewji. Laine says Mayu is good at Googling. Well, that could be true. And we have all right, so 2 people have responded. Let's see. Is it true that Mo Dewji is the youngest billionaire in Africa?
Dun, 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 dun.
Yes! Awesome. Net worth of 1.9. Yes.
One I got like half of it, but now this one
like half a mark. Move on to the next question.
I feel like a genius right now.
Yes. Which country was formerly known as Abyssinia?
It must be Ethiopia, because you went on any of these Ethiopian restaurants, they're always Abyssinia. The restaurants, the saloons, it's definitely Ethiopia.
All right. Okay. We've got a smart one in the room today. Let's see what people are saying. Mayur, tell us. Okay, Mayur says Ethiopia. Mayur, you just heard Meena say it. You're clever. We have, all right, we have Faraja saying Togo. We have Michael Chacha saying, okay, wait. All right. People keep them coming, the comments. But let's see. Is Meena Ally correct?
Senior.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
God.
Awesome.
I didn't know I was this smart. I just found out today.
Let's move on.
Right. Next question.
Which planet in our solar system has the most moons? Isn't it one moon? Oh, it's that one. Is it Saturn? Saturn or something? Yeah?
Are you sure?
No, I'm thinking, is it, which one has like rounds across it?
Saturn. Saturn has the rings.
No, not the rings. Like moon shapes around. Come on.
Okay.
I'm out of here. I can't answer this.
I don't know.
Let's see if Meena is correct. Let's go.
God.
Oh my God.
I would have never thought.
Oh my God.
I would have never thought about it.
All right, Meena, you live here with an award today. Let's go to the next one. And it is the end of the Energizer session. All right, please let's go back. That is supposed to be the end of our slide of our session today. But so now that we've been energized and ready to kickstart this discussion, I think it's only wise now that we let you take the spotlight, Meena, because you're here to share with us a story, your experience, lessons as a fellow young person. I mean, just a couple of weeks back, we celebrated International Youth Day, and a lot of discussions were going on. But for us here at Empower, we chose to embrace the theme youth in the 21st century and how they're impacting the 21st century. So as a young person in the current, 21st century, we want to hear from you, learn from you. How are you navigating through this, wave?
Yeah, for a young person watching me, that they should first understand that is in fact true. What you said about youth in the 21st century.
Yes.
Because one, there's more of us. Yeah. Is it in the world? I know in Tanzania it's more of us. In Africa it's more young people.
Yes.
Also, we have the most energy, we have the most power, because one, there's a lot of us. Two, we're energized.
Yeah.
There's a lot we can do.
Yeah.
And with that energy, there's two ways to use it. You could either use it positively or negatively to grow. So for a young person, I think it's to first understand the power that we currently have. We still have years to go. And we still have, and we have that power, and it's a lot of us.
Yeah.
A lot of us, so we have that energy.
Yes.
And one thing I'm doing is, for myself as a young person, is to first not limit myself and think I can't do something. It is sad for me to watch. I watch a lot of films.
Yeah.
It is sad for me to watch films and see a person speak 20 languages, see a person fight and do all of these skills and think about myself and realize I can only speak. And that is just that.
Yeah.
So I use that. I try so hard to put my energy on different skills to learn, to stand out, to make a change in my society, the society around me, but to also use the little that I have to make sure there's more, to create many more Meenas.
Yeah.
Whether it is through mindset or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So I just make sure that more people have that same mindset that I have. And I think that's how that's how I'm a young person.
Yeah. So how do you resonate with this?
Yeah, I think what you're saying is very true. I think my question, my thought would be, as a young person, I assume that a lot of people look up to singers. I do feel pressure to fit in Meena Ally's shoes.
Yes. There's
what do Meena Ally's shoes look like?
Yeah. How do you feel in Meena Ally when you wake up in the morning at the moment you just go out of the door? How painful it is.
I hate it that I can't be wrong. And that's the pressure I feel I have on. I hate that it's because you're popular and you're on screen, you're supposed to be a positive role. I like being a positive role model, but you're supposed to set a certain example by nature. And at times you just wanted to be a journalist. Like,
you just want to be human.
You just want to be human.
Yeah.
I hate the fact that I can barely make mistakes. I hate the fact
There's no room for that.
Yes, you just have to be perfect in people's eyes, and I think this is the pressure that we keep on so many popular people. And then you see like how Vanessa came out and said I was actually depressed, and in our eyes she was perfect because we keep that pressure on her to look perfect. And I also hate the fact that I cannot go to some places and live and just be free alone, because I would go to, for example, would go out with my friends, or let's go to someplace, and some random person would hold your hands and they're drunk and they're pushing you and pulling you, and because they know you. And then this is the worst part. The worst part is you never know how to react.
Oh no.
Because if you're rude, it's wrong.
Absolutely.
You are rude to a fan.
Yes.
And if you're nice, it's just how long are you gonna go with it?
Yeah.
Because I've had so many times where somebody would try to push me in some sort of, a place where they're drunk and they're pulling me. Come, let's take a picture, and they're really drunk, and you don't really know how to react to that. And people would act, and some of them actually carry grudges. They would text you the next day on Instagram, say you're so rude. I never thought you're that rude. But that situation was not allowing you to be, And then one of the other things that gets me so pressured is, this is something I was discussing to Cindy the other day. Cindy is one of legend presenters in Tanzania. She used to work at East Africa TV. And she was telling me the difference between our time and your time is the fact that people have too much access to whatever they see on TV right now, to the people they see. So, like, I am all the way in Tanzania. I could get in Drake's mind right now. I could literally send him a message. He would open it and see what I have to say. And before, it wasn't like that. We didn't have social media. People had to watch you on TV. They would be so happy to see you. That's where they would see you, Yes, or radio. They'd be so happy to see you in the street one day. They wouldn't even know how to mistreat you. But right now, people feed off of wrong information on people. They feed off on negative information on people. It just sometimes doesn't feel safe. I had an interview the other day, and I spoke about, I don't know, they asked me about beefs and celebrities having beefs and blah blah blah. And I said something like, I think I think we should not have beefs. I think we should not be beefing each other, but rather hold each other's hands. And then I even give an example and said, you see Nigeria, they're holding each other, they're getting successful. You see this country. And then the headline for this interview was, Meena Ally says Harmonize is better than any artist.
Oh no.
And I did not say that. So it's just,
that is twisted.
They misquote you, they quote you wrong all the time. Everybody is trying to feed off negativity, believing that
it's the news.
And so you have to be careful about how you dress, you have to be careful about where you go, You have to be careful about how you associate with people and what you even say.
Yeah.
And then again, with the interviews, if you do say no, they're thinking, ah, Juliana Riga sana. She doesn't. So it is a pressured spot.
It is a pressured spot.
And a drug. Because
addictive.
I've seen many people get addicted to being popular to an extent when they're not anymore, it becomes a huge problem. And so I take it as it comes. And I have this saying where I say, you can get into fame, but don't let fame get into you. So I just make sure it is not in my head. I imagine I'm as normal as possible, and I think I am. And everywhere I go, I'm humbled and I speak to people like a normal person. And if a normal person in me does not feel like we should be hugging each other just because you see me on TV, I'm not going to hug you. So I try to just...
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like you have more to share on that, but let's not get deep into that. I want you to help us understand. You've been working in the Tanzanian media industry for a long time now. Give us a snapshot of the landscape, of the Tanzanian media landscape, what it looks like, the dynamics. We see so many new radio stations, so many new TV stations, and there's so many young people who want to get into this world and tap into its opportunities and, you know, find a place for themselves. So what is it like? What is the Tanzanian media industry like for someone who is wondering, and how do I make my first move?
The Tanzanian media industry is, well, it is around. It has been here.
It's been here for ages.
For some time.
Yeah.
We're lucky to have joined. I know that there's so many young people who are even more talented than I am that are in the streets and not getting this opportunity. It is, but I'm thinking of what to say. But it's an industry that is there. It's been growing within the past years. When I started media, and right now it's totally different. There's more media stations right now, which is even better. There's more competition right now because there's so little money to be fought for. And so every media is trying to get that same piece of cake. And it's right now, it's also grown to an extent that I feel like there's more opportunities right now for young people, because you could be at home and think, I'm going to start my own media, and that would be possible. You could start your own online media. You could start your own online podcast. You could start. There's so many ways to show your talent. Before, we used to have to go to auditions and you know, wish that they pick us and they hear us. And I remember going to auditions in Clouds some years back, and then when the winners were called, I wasn't even there. I didn't even have a phone. And so I did have a small phone, but I could not, like, there was no social media back then. And then this person that listens to radio that I'd met in the auditions gave me a phone call. And she said to me, yo, I heard your name on radio. You're supposed to go to the studio on this certain date. You're in the top 10. And I'm like, okay. And we had, sometimes you hear about you getting a certain position on radio. It was different. But right now, I feel like Utandawazi is just much more open and everybody has a chance. It's the same way. You have artists that pull through on TikTok and nobody knows them. That is the way, you know, social media has helped young journalists to be able to, they have more freedom now. Everybody that wants to get into the industry can actually hire themselves, can actually start their own platform, which I think is better. But I also wish there was a way that these young people could get the right training, because now everybody is a journalist on social media.
Absolutely, citizen journalism.
And it's important for citizen journalism is actually a good thing, because then we're more informed about everything that's going on. But it becomes bad when the citizen journalist does not know the ethics of reporting, you know?
So when you speak of the landscape of, you know, and opportunities in terms of young people becoming presenters, radio hosts or TV hosts, is it necessary for these young people to Do you think like what is the priority? Is it that they've gone to school and they have a degree in, let's say, journalism or broadcast, or is this talent that can allow them to just easily get into the industry?
I would say it's both. Because when I started getting into the media industry, I'd not gone to school for it. But after I recognized that this is something I was actually capable of doing, that's when I went to school for it. So I would say it's a little bit of both. I wouldn't tell someone to not go to school and try on their talent. But I would definitely tell them to find out if they do have something before they choose this career. Because if you want to be a cameraman, I would actually advise anyone to go for something they have passion for and are naturally born with it. Because every human being has something.
Yeah.
And the only way for you to find out what your power is to keep practicing, keep doing everything that comes out of your interest.
Yes.
So I would advise them to find themselves in terms of interest and then follow that certain interest. And also to verify whether they actually have something. And that's what I used to do before I started going into these auditions. Because the day I said I'm going to an audition, everybody was like, "Yeah, you'll get it."
Yeah.
That's because I've been a journalist my whole life.
Yeah.
So I would say to first see what you're capable of. It will not come to you today or tomorrow. Sometimes it takes years. Sometimes it takes old age. But try different things. Find out what you're meant for, and then school for it. And you don't have to, get a whole degree, stay 3 years learning. You could even take small courses, short courses, see how you're moving with it. If it seems to work, go for it. That's what I would say. Because I used to be in college with people that wanted to be presenters so bad, but we'd put them on cameras in college for a test. And they would shake and fail miserably. And I used to think, how are you gonna be? Aren't you the wrong course?
Yeah.
Because then again, there are things that are naturally, you're supposed to be confident, and you don't see it. So I'd say it's nice for them to see. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually both. And do you think that the media, let's say the media stakeholders, the media owners, producers and managers and studios, are they making the right use of young people? Because as you said, in Africa, in Tanzania alone, young people are the largest in population. So are they making use of young people in terms of giving them the right platform, giving them the right opportunities, the right information? Are they empowering them to enter or to welcome them into this media industry?
I think, are they empowering them to enter the media industry? I think not. But I also think they are really businessmen. And I think it's too much pressure to keep on them and tell them, we want you guys to think about young people and give them platforms. I think it's too much pressure on them. They really just want what goes. If you're a media owner or if you work in a media, what you really want is listenership. If you're on radio, you want listenership.
Yes, the numbers.
If you're on TV, you just want the numbers. So you will hire anyone that you see can give you the numbers. It could be a young person, it could be an older person. Although I can assure you that young people do sell in media. We do have the largest numbers, and that's why you'd have media stations for young people. We're part of the largest audience, but we also are part of the people that can drive more people to come.
Yes.
That's because of our energy and
we probably drive the content as well, because we're the ones doing everything, turning things upside down.
Exactly. So if you're a young person, media owners will probably not think of you and look for you wherever you are, but do know that there's a huge place for you within the media industry. So if you are serious with what you want, you can penetrate and become somebody.
Yeah, can you speak up, because a lot of viewers are saying they cannot hear you, so speak up a little bit.
I'm gonna try and speak up as much as I can.
Yeah.
I hope you guys can hear me now. Okay, so I think you spoke something about knowing yourself and following your passion. I just want to take you back to the 16-year-old me. When you started this journey, what was your vision? Do you see yourself getting where you are right now, or what was your vision back then?
No, I did not see myself getting where I am. But as much as I grow up, my dreams get bigger and they get higher. When I was 16, when I started my media career, I was actually in a boarding school, and I was not done with high school. And one day, this is what I say, when there's also God in this. When God wants you to become somebody, He'll make it.
Yeah.
And one day in our boarding dormitory, there was a TV that was brought. That the owner of the school probably wanted us to watch TVs on weekends or whatever. And I was passing, and then I saw a lot of students. They were excited about, we have TV, we have TV. And when I just got there was an advert on East Africa television that said, "Yeah, una kipaji. Yeah, you want to join the East Africa team? Are you talented? Are you what?" And I watched that advert, and as soon as the advert was finished, it didn't even take a minute for the TV to just.
Really?
Yes.
It went off.
It didn't go off. Machenga.
Already.
And then we had like 30 minutes of people trying to fix it here and there, and then it didn't work out.
Okay.
And then they were like, "Oh, now we have to switch it off and return it to the fundi, take it to the fundi, whatever." That TV never came back to that school until the day I left.
So you're trying to tell me that
I am telling you
that was a sign.
Destiny.
Real.
I am telling you, destiny is real, and God is real, and we do not get into things just by ourselves. It is all planned. And so from that, whatever I saw, I said, I want to go.
It spoke to you.
It did. I said, I want to go to these auditions. I think I'm really talented. I'm going to go to these auditions. So that Friday, the next Friday, because the auditions were Saturday, the next Friday, because I had asthma, and my school would actually understand me when I want to go home, because I'm a sick person, okay? So the next Friday, I had to pretend I was sick so I could go home. And then the teacher was like, okay, basi we were rudisha nyumbani na nini. So I had to be returned back home. As soon as I go home, I saw this woman. May Allah rest her soul in peace and bless her. She was like an auntie, but she was basically, sorry, I need to put my phone on. She was like an auntie to me, but she's basically supposed to be my grandmother's sister or whatever, young sister. Or, you know how the family goes, but she was young. So I got home and she's like, "Are you okay? What's going on?" And I'm like, "I'm actually okay. I saw this advert on TV. Did you see it? It's on East Africa TV." She was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I want to go there." She was like, "Ah, Meena, unakama utapata." And may God bless her, because this was in my history the first person to ever believe in me. Because I think God, that strengthened me. You know, when you come home and you say something like that and you pretended you were sick, in a cultured home is supposed to be but she said, "I think you'll actually get it." And that gave me so much strength, and I don't think she'd ever thought of that. So the next day she was going to town. She decided to drop me at East Africa TV at 6 in the morning. So I get there at 6 in the morning. I was sick that day.
Did you know what you were going to do, or you just like, I'm just going?
I wanted to meet the celebrities. I wanted to meet Salama Jabir. I wanted to meet Nula. I wanted to meet all of these people. I wanted to just be there. That's it. But I've always grown up wanting to be in the media industry, but I didn't have a clear picture of it. So I get there and I have to wait. I got there at 6 in the morning and I had to wait until 6 in the evening. Yeah. So I could get inside. And then I was 16 and I had to write that in the forms that I was 18, because I thought that a time will come when they come and say, if you're under 18, So after, like, it was more than 800 people. So after they came outside and said, if you're under 18, you'd rather just go. Because it was already a lot of people, they wanted to finish them, so you can go if you're under 18. I looked at my phone and I said, "Thank you, God. I am actually 18. And I wasn't." So I got in, did the interview, and this guy said to me, Josh Murunga, I remember him. And he said to me, "Listen, everybody that comes here, we tell them, just give us your number, wait, we might call you. But I want you to write me your number right here, because we are going to call you."
Nice.
And I was like, okay.
Nice.
Imagine, it is. I'm 16, lying I'm 18. I went back home in tears and happiness. And I told them, I think I just got a job. They were like, no,
you are still in school, girl.
Yeah, I'm like, I think I just got a job.
Yeah.
So the more that went on until I got trained at East Africa Television for 1 month, because I got into the top 11 or whatever. And from then, it was clear to me that this was like a test for me.
Yeah.
It was clear to me that this was something I was able to do. And I'm actually talented at it, because out of 800 people, to be a person who's even under 18 and still get that chance and still get trained, that was huge for me. So that was, after there, it was just, I think I have talent. There's this, and my dad was actually a journalist. This is in my blood. I'm good at it, whatever. So from there, the next year I was in college. I was trying to,
Nice.
It's all about intuition.
Yes.
And going as you're just taking one step at a time.
Yeah.
Yes. And being out there, not being scared. Again, it's just, you just need to try whatever comes to you. If it attracts you, that's what I said. If you feel some sort of interest, go for it.
Yeah.
Who cares if you fail?
Absolutely.
If I failed that day, if I failed, I went back home and they didn't give me that chance, I would have been the only young person in my school that has been to East Africa Television and met all the stars. I still would have been different.
That's true.
It's just for you to just go.
Just go.
Whether you're going to fail or pass,
just go. We have some comments here. Efron says, thanks, Meena. Upon the say, have fame, but don't let fame get into you. I think that really resonated with Efron. Lena says, nice share, Meena. Shout out to all those people encouraging others to follow their dreams. And then we have, all right. So if you have any questions, please feel free, or comments, drop them in the chat box, and we'll be sharing and discussing as we go. And then we have, what else? What else do we have here? Yeah, I think I already told you, so you need to speak up so more people can hear you. All right, yeah. So that was really great. So now, since entering the media industry, you got your first gig at East Africa Television. How has it been so far to the Meena Ally that we now see? Because if you ask me, I first heard of you from and I kept on confusing you with DJ Fetty. The first time I heard you on radio, I was like, oh, is DJ Fetty back? Because I knew DJ Fetty had left Clouds and the radio station and everything. So I was like, no, this is a new presenter. Her name is Meena Ally. I think that was, I don't know, somewhere 2014, 20 something in the middle there. So
20.
When I think you were hosting the MBA program.
MBA.
Yes.
Yeah, probably 2015 or something.
Yeah. So before that, I honestly, were you in the background, or I know I want you to tell us your experience and your journey from that 16-year-old who got the opportunity from East Africa Television to the Meena Ally that we all know and see today.
That's a good question. You really spoke about how you heard me for the first time on the MBA. Yeah. And that is so many years after the experience I just told you on when I was 16. For this, I'm saying this because I want people to understand that for you to get where you want to go, it takes ages. It takes ages of rejection. It takes years of failure and getting back up. It takes years of training. And even now I'm at Clouds, and at times it's some of the people I work with, at times, seeing the ideas they have, or I don't mean this in the wrong way, but sometimes it's just, I'd be like, God, you're a junior. And it's just, we're the same age.
Yeah.
So they're not really juniors, but it's the fact that it's taken me that long. But when you look at me, you think I started on the MBA. You think, but I've been in the industry for a long time. So basically, after East Africa TV, they later found out that I was young and told me I could, after the training, they told me I couldn't join. So I left, went back to school, finished school, went to college. When I was in college, I had a field to do. I went back to East Africa. East Africa was like, nah, you're still young.
Oh no.
And then yeah, and then I didn't get it. And there was a time when I went to, because I didn't get it there, I went to Channel 10. And this is because now one thing about me is I'm just very daring. It just doesn't matter the embarrassment. I know it's gonna be tough, but we forget funerals. How do you not forget embarrassment?
You know,
You're gonna forget it. You're gonna forget it. It's gonna haunt you, but one day it will go. So go ahead and embarrass yourself. That's okay. So I went to Channel 10. My uncle had told me that he went to school with somebody, that he knows somebody in Channel 10, and he told me his name. But my uncle didn't have contact with this person, and it wasn't like he was going to link me up with the field or whatever. So one day I just popped up to Channel 10 with my letter like this. And then downstairs, the Walinzis now came to me, where are you going? And I said, I'm going to this person, mentioned his name. And then I realized they would ask me out, because the next question would be, do you have an appointment?
Yeah.
So the next question was definitely, do you have an appointment? I said, he's my father.
Wow.
And then these guys are like, your dad. I was like, yeah, babangu huyo. Ninaenda kumuona babangu. Naitwa nani? Meena Ally. Sasa babako, babangu, wewe mpigie simu hapo mwambie mwanao anakuja. So they called the guy. He was an HR. They told him, yo, your daughter is here. And the guy's like, which daughter? So like, her name is Meena. Embu, speak to her. So they handle me the phone and say, hello. And he's like, my daughter. I'm like, yeah, mimi naitwa Meena mwanao. And this guy was so stressed, he had to get me upstairs. And that was my past. I really believe that for anyone to believe in my talent and give me an opportunity, they just had to see me. It was, for me, it was, if you see me, you will give me, because you understand how big how you're missing something big.
Yeah.
That was in my head. And if they miss, it is fine. I was not good this time. I will be next time.
Yes.
It is okay.
Yes.
So I got upstairs, met this guy, and then it's like, how are you? Hi, you're Meena. I was like, yeah, before anything, let me introduce myself. You remember this guy? So I mentioned my uncle. And I said, that's my father. Now that's my uncle.
Yeah.
Now that's my father. He told me you always best friends. That's how he became my dad.
Yes.
And then this guy was just happy with my courage. I told him, this is my letter. Just help me get a field here. And then he just made sure I got it the same day. He was like, I think you're very courageous, and I think you should get it. So that's how I got a field. Again, it's never been any connections, because I could simply tell my uncle, call this guy. Let's find this.
Just make it easier for me.
I just went and said, yo, this is me. Do you think I deserve a field in your? And he said, I think you're very courageous and promising, and I think you should get one.
Yeah.
Not because he knows anybody, but because of what I'd done. So I got a field at Channel 10, started doing camera. I was a camera woman. Later went back to East Africa, worked for like 3-4 years. And then, quit my job, finished my diploma, went to Clouds for like 6 months, worked at Choice as a producer. I wanted to be a presenter. Then, they didn't have that chance. I worked at Choice as a producer, and then that didn't go very well. So after 6 months, I was like, yeah, okay, I think I have to go. So I left Clouds. That was the first time I worked for Clouds. I left Clouds. I went to Kenya, Nairobi. Now that is all before you heard me for the first time.
Yeah.
I went to Nairobi. I said, I had friends there. I said, I'm going to look for an opportunity there. Went to Nairobi, didn't get one. Left, came back, tried Clouds again, failed. Went back to college because I had some exams that I still had to do. So I went to do my exams. I get a phone call, and it's BBC Media Action. And I didn't know that it was. They just
Did you apply for it?
No.
Wow.
I just got a phone call because they knew, again, if you just show yourself, people will put you in their mind.
True.
So you can't come to me and say, I'm a singer and we're on karaoke, but you just want to let me know and ask me to give you a platform on radio.
Yeah.
But if you come and actually show what you've got, I'll put you in my head. And that's how it should be. You should show people what you have. You should not just walk up to people, tell them to give you an opportunity or to connect to you or whatever, and they don't. Sell yourself.
Yeah.
You know, sell what you've got. So yeah, they just called me and they said, "Oh, do you know who this is? This is da 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 da. Please, can you come right now?" I said, "Yes, I can come right now. Where is it?" I had a phone, and I had like, I couldn't even, like, you had to walk with a power bank to charge my phone. So when the power bank is off, my phone
Your
is
phone
off
is
too. So he tells me, come
Yeah.
to Mikocheni, to this place. I go there and then get done like 2-3 interviews and finally find out it's BBC, got the job, and that's how I got into Niambia, and Niambia back to clouds. But I think I've only been that popular when I started Niambia and to clouds. But to people who've known me for a long, who followed up, they would hear me on clouds today and say, I think I heard you some years back at East Africa Television. Then that's when they would know you're actually in this thing for a long time. Because I started young. I think I still match with the young people. So it's like I'm young, but with an older person experience.
With an old mindset. Interesting. So from Niambia, that's when everything escalated
Yes.
to who you are today.
Yes, that's when Ruge thought about, we had her on this station. We didn't realize she had this much talent. We should get her back.
Yeah, that's I think you've spoken very profoundly of the journey and how the experience has been for you. Let's just say, of course, you have young people listening in. What would you say are the essential skills that they need to have to get to where you are right now? Given the world right now, the rate of learning is so much. I think you can learn what you have learned probably in a shorter period of time. Of course, experience is valid. You have to go through it, but I believe that there's an element of learning certain skills. What would you say for an aspiring presenter who is listening? What skills does he or she need to have to get into the 21st century media platform?
I think the first skill would be confidence. It's important. Even when you don't have it, just do it without your confidence. It will come and catch up later. Just push on that. I think the second thing that is a skill to have is obviously learn a few things about media, learn a few things about radio presenting, television presenting. You can even do that online right now, as you said. And just carry all that. Know that you can get an idea out of everything. Be ready to just snatch things that happen in your environment. The best person that creates is the person that creates from what goes around them. So always watch. And one more thing is, don't limit your mind. Don't think about I this is where I can go. I need to be hired by a media. This is how it ends. This is how it starts. It's not like that. It's an open world. And you as a person, as a young person, just because you're young and exposed in the 21st century, have something that even the people in the media industry can learn from. They can learn from you. We're in a world where you can be the original creator. You can make your own stuff. So don't limit yourself and think, I need to be hired. I need to go to this place or that place to get successful. Wherever you are right now, there's something that you have that we don't. So feel free to explore on that and use it. But last, I would say, my two last are put God first, because these things are really planned. And if they're not planned for you, put him first so he lets you know. So you can see.
So you can move on.
Move on, exactly. So always put God first. That's what I do. And last but not least is be humble. Be humble. As a journalist, you will learn from every person you come across. Every person has something to teach you. You see how I am friends with Boda guys. I'm friends with Bajaji guys. This one time, a friend of mine was laughing because she was laughing at my lifestyle. It was raining, and I called a Bajaji guy that I knew, and I asked him, "Vipi mpenzi unaendeleaje? How is it there? Are you okay?" And this guy was like, "Sister Bajaji imeingia maji lakini iko fresh." So it's just a guy who's carried me once. But I thought about where he parks, and then I called him. And for him, he probably needed somebody to express himself to.
Yeah.
And he got that chance with me. Yeah. And then my friend was like, "Are you seriously checking on Bajaji drivers? This is crazy." Because that Bajaji driver probably has something to teach me. Yeah. So be humble to everyone. For as long as they're not disrespecting you, be humble to Lindsay, be humble. They all have a certain experience. I've had so many promos I made from stories I'm told. And you can learn from everyone. Just humble yourself. That's it.
Nice.
Yes.
Yes. There is a question here from Miranda Nyman. She says, "Hi Meena, thanks for sharing your story and inspiring people to go for it. What is the toughest obstacle you have overcome in life?"
Rejection. Rejection is my toughest obstacle, but it is also my greatest strength. I believe if I wasn't rejected in my life, I would never become the person I am today. I have been, and rejection is not in terms of going to apply for something and getting rejected, but rather I have felt rejected since I was growing up with my story and how my parents broke up at a young age when I was 2. So when I was growing up, I had to live in this house and that house. You know how it feels to be a child and people say we can't live with her anymore? That itself was rejection, the first rejection that comes to me. And I've had to face it again and again and again. I've had tough times growing up because I couldn't blend in with whatever family I was with at a certain time. I've had times when I went to school and I'm not going to say this story, but someone I trusted so much was, rejected me in front of her friends to be cool. And I remember that day I went to the toilet and I cried. But every time I got rejected, this is from my personal life. Until when I got to the media industry, I've faced rejection. I've been told you're not a great presenter. You're not a presenter at all. You could probably try producing. I've heard all sorts of negative comments. I've heard all sorts of times where people say, you cannot fit in. You can't come in here and join us. But all of that made me strong. It made me not expect. It made me understand that I could do it on my own. And I have a funny story about how I even learned to speak English. I'm not from a family that speaks English regularly at home. No, I had to learn it. How did I learn it? I was rejected. So that rejection has worked for me. I went to school, people had to speak English. I didn't know any English. My cousins would laugh at me in the car. They'd say, "What is tongue in Swahili?" And I wouldn't know. "What is a nose in Swahili?" And I wouldn't know. And that pissed me off. And it was the laughs and everything. It was just what's funny. So I went to my dad and I said, "How can I learn to speak English?" My dad said, "Watch CNN." So I just went home. I started watching CNN religiously. From the moment I never got what they were saying, to the moment I understood some words, to the moment I could actually hear people speak in any accent in English and understand them, to the moment I was able to practice it and speak it.
Nice.
By the time I was in when I finished Form 2, I was already fluent in English. And I did not have any build up to that. And it is because of what? Rejection, feeling like you don't belong. And I think that's been the most challenging thing, but it has been the most strength, where I got the most strength, is to understand that not everyone will accept you. But it is okay. You can do it on your own. That's it.
Nice. We also have Michael Chacha saying, "Great journey, Meena. I'm your great fan, and it's good learning from your super success journey." And also, Lightness says, "Meena, if you weren't in the media industry, what else do you think you would be doing?"
I would be an actress. I only found out that late. Because there was a point when I was already at the media industry and I was doing Amplifier, which means I was presenting alongside the biggest male presenter in Tanzania, Villa Dai. And I'm thinking, so I've finally gotten to where I wanted to get. I'm next to Mila. God damn it! Like I'm in the biggest position any presenter would ever want to be in.
That I used to watch Amplify. I used to listen to Amplify.
Exactly.
I remember.
I was like, this is where I am, but what is next? Is this it? Is this where I end? Is this where I finish? Do I just sit here and wait for years to pass and I, die in the media industry and go home and retire? Or what do I do? And then I watched somebody called Gary Vaynerchuk. Vaynerchuk is a businessman in the US and like a motivational speaker of some sort. And then somebody asked him, how do I know what I want to become? And he said, to know what you want to become, you must try everything. So when you see this, it comes to you, it's of interest, try it. One day you will see something that you're really good at. As in maybe I've not found something that I'm really good at. So I kept trying. I said, let me try movies. I tried my first role in a film which is on YouTube. There's a group called I tried my first film. I did my first scene. When I finished my first scene, they were laughing. This is a test. Just like I tested myself in this nothing that I've done my test in my they're clapping. I am good at it. And I shot at least 4 YouTube. Then later I did the relationship, the television, that's the way which was last I think Ramadan. Ramadan was my sitcom, and it was my first television presence. So that is also one of the roles that I am so
Nice. My you say faith, you make it, warm respect, and then we have okay, all right, yes. So the rest, keep them coming, the comments, as we keep on discussing. Now, I think, Meena, you've talked a lot on your journey and how, and the obstacles you've had to overcome over the years. Now, what would you tell a young person? Like, what are the challenges that they should be prepared for that exist currently in the media industry? That they should have it in their mind that, hey, I know it looks all roses and gold and fame and all that from the outside, but once you decide to get into this industry, this is what you should be prepared for as a challenge that you encounter.
They should first take off the popular mindset that media is easy. It is not. Because most people that I see, think, so really, literally, your job is to just go, put on the mic and talk. I wish I had that job. It's not
You're
easy.
such a natural. You can do this.
It's not easy.
Yes.
I write what I say to you. I plan it. I think about it. I stay at home up until 4 to think about how I'm going to present something to you on radio. It is a tough job. And it is not, you do not just go and speak. So for you to understand that it is first not an easy job. And the toughest part about media is that you're never free. I could be, even now when I'm talking to you, I'm on my job right now, and I could be at home at like 4 and get a random call and have to report from somewhere, and I will dress up and report. Working in the media industry has me walking with a bag in my car full of clothes in case anything happens. That's the media industry for you. You don't have a personal life. You're just out there all the time. So they should expect that it is actually tough. It is not easy. The challenges that they might face is, first it will be rejection. That you're not good. You know what? But face it, pack it up and go.
Yeah.
Or keep struggling there until you make it. And the other thing is that there's also how do you say rushwa in English?
Corruption or bribe?
No. That one, rushwa and bono. How's that?
Yes. How do we put that? Sexual corruption or extortion.
Yes. There's that in the media industry, as there is in every other industry that is there. But if you're a young girl, don't give in to it, because there's so many people that face it. I'm aware of it. I've been told. I haven't, maybe I have, I'm not sure. But just don't give in. it's not worth it. Don't give in to someone, because no human can make you famous but your talent and your ability. Don't give in to someone, because if that is not the job you're made to do, there is another one that you're made to do.
Absolutely.
So it's not the end. It's never gonna be the end of whatever. And always report. Report that. Report him.
Yes.
Okay. Always report. Let's not make these people feel strong and and invincible. Let's not make them, because a lot of girls I've heard face that. And yeah, just there's a big competition as well in media. You can be kept in beefs that you don't know how they started. I've faced that. I've had to face that. I've had people that attack me out of work, not attack as attack, but they would go to brands I work with and say, well, you can't have this person, don't have this person, just because I'm from a certain media. So you do get involved in some beefs that are not even yours, but keep a positive mind, work hard, understand that it's not easy, it is tough, but it's very doable. And once you struggle for like 3-4 years, you will get to where you want. You will get, the top will be satisfying and all worth it. I've had 10, 12, 11 years now in the media industry. It's been one hell of a journey. It's been one hell of a struggle. But when I make some money right now, I know this is the money that's payment for what I did 10 years ago without getting paid.
Yeah.
So it is worth it in the end.
Nice. Anything you want to add there, Swed?
I think you have really taken us to what I would say is your key message has been trust the process. It's gonna probably take you a while to get to where you want to get to, but it's about trusting the process. So, just taking that first step towards getting the desired goal or achievement.
Yeah.
I think maybe you also touched on this, but maybe to just explore more. You've spoken about Ayo and the success that he has. Let's think about you. What is the goal, the ultimate goal for Meena Ally? Where do you see yourself being? Maybe you can give us a glimpse of that.
The ultimate goal for me is, first of all, I'm very aware that some people think I've made it. I don't think I've made it. I've never thought about that way. I'm still on the journey. The goal for me is to be an international presenter, not just, and that's why I learned English. I wanted to be able to express myself fluently in different languages. I'm also taking different classes for different languages to be fluent. I would like to be an international journalist. I would like to represent my country on an international level. And I also would like to pursue acting later on in life. I would like that to be so big to an extent I'm on some sort of Hollywood, or you see me on Netflix, or you see me. I just dream so big, and I want people out there to understand that there's a country called Tanzania, and people are actually coming out of there with so much talent, and this is what they have. Look at her. I want to put Tanzania on the map, and I think it's time for me to go for that international whatever. Because when I started, I just wanted to be Tanzania first. They know me, and later,
Nice.
Yes. And also, I have a documentary. Somebody would be mad if I didn't say this here. I have a documentary that is launching next week on Thursday.
Wow.
It's on my life from all this journey from when I was born to now.
Nice.
Sadly, it does not fit until now, because I'm a person of new activities every single day. So it has not been able, it only covers things until I think January. It has not, because that was when we stopped filming. It does not cover me from February to now. So whatever achievements I made, like opening my own store and all of that stuff, they're not in there. But yeah, it's called Up Close. Yes, Meena Ally Up Close. And it's going to be premiering on Clouds TV. on 9th and at 9 usiku.
Yeah.
So when you have the time, just watch it. Watch my life from up close. Watch my dad, my family.
Nice.
Watch the whole story. Yeah.
Nice. Wow. Nice,
That's
nice.
really great.
Yeah, it's very inspirational. And I think for young people that are watching or will be watching this program, I think they'll gather a lot of strength and inspiration from your journey so far and a lot of experience as well. You know, it's not easy. Well, I have heard that, like, I don't know if it's a stereotype or if it's true or not, um, that a lot of these media personalities we see, they have the fame, but the media industry doesn't really have a return on investment. Like they don't really get the value or the financial investment back because you put in a lot of energy for us to see you and recognize and get a lot of content, get entertained, get information. But do journalists or people that work behind the cameras really get paid for the work that they put in?
I don't know about juniors. I know that people that are starting are having a hard time in getting the right payment. But if you make a good name for yourself and you're really good, you're really working hard in what you do, you're reliable, you can deliver on time, then the pay goes up. And for me personally, I think it's also how you use media as a platform to make more money. Because for example, I work at Clouds. I'm getting paid at Clouds, yes, but so many people see me, and that on itself is an opportunity.
Yeah.
Because then it gives more endorsements a chance, more people a chance to say, I want to endorse that person. So sometimes I feel like I make even more money outside than my salary, which and my salary is not small. Which by the end of the day, all this money outside is created from my existence in Clouds and the work that I do in Clouds. So I think it's really about how you use your opportunity, how you use that opportunity that you've been given. Because to be given a chance to be heard and listened to and watched every day, it is you're being given fame.
Yeah.
It is now your answer or your question to see what you're gonna do with it. With me, I've decided to take it seriously. Some people don't take fame seriously. They think, I'm just here.
Yes.
But for me, I'm very serious with what I do. I'm serious with how I dress up. I'm serious with what content I put out. I'm serious with where I show up.
Yes.
How I'm gonna look like. You have to treat yourself like it.
Yeah.
You're your brand, basically.
Basically, yes. As a person, yes, that's the brand. And I make sure to build out of it. So some people will say it's not beneficial, but from that job, I created my own shop.
Yeah.
Got my own shop. I've got a nice apartment I live in. I chill. I'm good. Because I've been using that to even get more money elsewhere.
Yeah. Chilling. I'm just curious, talking about how passionate you are in your media job. How do you disconnect? Like say you've had a long day
and have a private life.
How do you chill? How do you just chill? You go out.
I have very few friends. Yeah.
So you just hang out with
I
friends?
call the first.
Yeah.
She says, I can't come there no more. It's too many people. I call Frida Money. That's what she basically says most of the time.
Yeah.
I call the second. The second is like, I'm coming, or sometimes I'm not coming. And then I call my stylist. I'm like, yo, Shaka, you want to chill today?
Yeah.
And then if that's not working, I call anyone and just chill at I like nice quiet places. I don't like so much noise.
Yeah.
And I ran away from places because again, you're in the media industry. There was a time in Clouds we had to test our ears and see if we can hear properly because we hear a lot of noise. And then my left ear couldn't hear properly actually.
No.
Yeah. So I don't like noisy places, but it depends on my mood. Sometimes I go out with Frida, and it just. But I'm more of a conversational person. I like meeting new people. This is why I like traveling because I feel like in Tanzania when I meet new people, it's so tough to make new friends because you don't know whether
What the intention?
Absolutely.
yeah, because they already know who you are.
Yeah.
But to be like outside Tanzania and make new friends, they don't know who you are from your country and just
It's
speak
easy to
about different
connect.
experiences. I'm more of a conversational person. I like conversations and chilling.
Nice. I think we're coming towards the end of the session. Now, I think for our final comment or message, what do you think now is the role, or what role should young people play in the Tanzanian media industry? We're so many, we're hungry, we have the content, we have the creativity, the energy. What role should young people play in the Tanzanian media industry?
I think I'm gonna have you rephrase that
Mm.
because I'm not getting it. What role as
Young people, what role should we play to contribute or to enter or to just drive the Tanzanian media landscape, either towards, positive change in the society? What role should we be playing in the community?
okay?
Yeah,
I think we should. I think we should first be close listeners of our uh, media listeners, watchers, see what is going on. We should first get involved. That's what's important. And after we're involved, we should well be the highest consumers of this, and that way we create more demand for more people like us. And also, as young people, we our media is pretty started for a long time, and so it is. I'm not saying it is old, but it does have people that don't do things the way we do. For us, so we need to understand that we have the power to show our media industry that we're different and that we've got something extra. For us to explore in new ways, um, we've got to explore in new ways. Let's create more podcasts. Let's do more YouTube videos. Let's do more TikToks. Let's use more Instagram to report, to write, to show up our talents. Let's open our own, and it's so easy to open your own media industry. And let's, you're good at psychology, talk about it. Create, somebody will watch. It's probably gonna be one person today, but it will. And even when you want to promote nowadays, Instagram is allowing you to promote your content. Facebook is allowing you, so you don't even have an excuse to say nobody will watch because you're even allowed to promote it. So let's open up to all the channels, and expose ourselves, and know that we've got the upper hand. We can tell media what to do, from how we listen to the media and how we create our own stuff outside, and make them now quit traditional media and watch us, because we're more exposed into the new strategies. Zamani, when Drake or Kanye dropped an album, you had to wait I don't know how long to be able to hear it. But now, Donda is out, buy you on Apple Music, you're done. Whatever is up. And we have more power. We can use more gadgets than any other generation. And we can make so much use of them to become important in this society in Tanzania, because the media industries are still traditional. They still listen to the radio.
A little bit backwards.
Yes.
So you're saying that young people play a transitional role in the media
and can show the media that there's a new way to do it. Because trust me, even in the media we see, for example, Aslay at some point in time released at least 8 songs. None of them on radio.
Really?
None of them on radio. Within like 3 weeks. He was just putting out songs. We hadn't heard the guy for a long time and didn't even think he could go solo. And that was when he started his solo career again. So you'd pass across the streets. He just released the songs on the internet. You'd pass across the streets and hear Boda, everybody. To an extent, these songs were now in our head. So we went back to radio and thought, Aslay has like 9 songs out and they're all good. So the radio, instead of Aslay bringing the songs to the radio, now the radio had to look for the songs, look for Aslay for shows. And where did he put out the music? On the internet. So you realize that even the media is looking for your content to even feature it. So many people, you see these comedians online right now, they're being asked to do shows on TV.
But they started
yes,
on
but
the
they
internet.
started on TikTok, Hakika Ruben, all of these people. They started on the internet. Now they're joining big roles in acting, they're joining big roles in television. So we drive the media. We have that power. So first we should be consumers, and then we should show them how it's done. Move them to our circle. And
I love that.
Yes.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. I think it's key. I think for a long time, young people have looked at television and radio and admired. Oh, I want to sit in that booth one day. I want to be a presenter one day, anchor the news. But now we're anchoring, and the media is actually coming to us and saying, "Hey, there's talent. You know, there's talent in this person. Have you checked out their YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Have you seen their TikTok channel? They can bring value to our
the media
channel.
wants content." And as a young person, you have more content naturally, because you hang out, you go everywhere, you see a lot of things that me, who's sitting in the media, does not.
Absolutely.
So you hold the higher power.
Absolutely.
We need you to listen, and we need you to provide for us.
Absolutely.
So we can modify it and put it over there.
We're the consumers and producers at the same
time. Exactly.
Nice.
And that's the way to it, because you consume what you see around your street. So then that means you can produce it perfectly.
Yeah. Awesome. Let's see what people are saying here. Okay. So people are actually looking forward to your documentary. Mayu says up close hashtag. Marina says can't wait to view up close. Winifrida says this is perfect. And someone else says I really like the fact that you can turn the tables to have people look for you and not the other way around.
And it makes you expensive, by the way. When people look at you, it makes you more expensive than you looking for people.
Yeah.
Yes, because, short example, I was at Clouds. Rugi and them other people didn't see my talent. I left for BBC. And I left and went to BBC. When I was at BBC, this guy went and saw my talent. The money I was bargaining for that I never really got paid at Clouds before I left, when they were trying to push me back, it was like 10 times more than it. You know, we could pay you this much. Now they were offering because they needed me.
They needed you.
In this world, you need to make people need you, don't need them. And to do that,
you're dropping some serious bars right now.
Exactly. And to do that, you need to create demand. You need to be so creative and make sure people demand for you. Nowadays, when people see you have the highest numbers online because everybody is online, they want to put you on their show. They want
Absolutely.
Look at the interviews on TV right now. They're doing interviews on people that are doing good online.
That is true.
And to do good online, you just need your phone and internet.
And which we all have at our disposal.
We're using it right now.
We are using it right now. Thank you so much, Meena Ally. This has been a fantastic talk. I mean, we've had a great conversation. I've had so much fun and I've learned so much from you, your journey, your story. I also look forward to watching Up Close. I hope, yes.
If somebody wants to watch Up Close, they can, if they want to come to the premiere, they can DM me. I'll pick at least 5 people to invite. And they can come to Clouds for the premiere and get to watch it firsthand.
Nice. Oh, let's see some hands being raised up. Nice. All right, so guys, we've come towards the end of our program, the end of Empower Academy session with Meena Ally. It has been great. I'm sure you've learned so much. And if you've missed this session or couldn't watch towards till the end, it's going to be uploaded on our YouTube channel where you'll see it from the beginning till the end. This is something for you to learn and grow from. And I'm sure, you know, I am personally very inspired by her and everything that we've had, you know, we've discussed here today. I don't know about you, Swed.
Yeah, absolutely. It has been an amazing experience. And the key takeaway is you could be the next Meena Ally. Just go out there.
Literally her dream is to make minions, Meena Ally. She wants more Meena Allys out there, people that can express themselves, confident. She described herself as a very daring person, and just go for it. Show what you can do, expose yourself, and the doors will open, right?
We always forget about the embarrassment we face. And that's the story to tell. It was so embarrassing for me to lie and say that guy was my dad. But that's the story I have to tell today. So it's okay. Go ahead, get out, do it, get embarrassed. It's fine. At the end of the day, you'll forget it and you'll move on. You'll be just fine. Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
I need to ask one thing before we close.
Yes.
Well, the questions today just easy or my
Well, I'm gonna have to give you credit. I'm gonna have to give you credit, Meena. You're a genius. Honestly, like I said, we need to give her an award after this session. Thank you so much, Meena. This was fun. And we've come towards the end, guys. We are going to be signing out right now. Let me see if there's anyone saying anything. Noella says it was amazing. Look forward to more opportunities like this. Bless up. Thank you so much, Noella, and everyone that joined. So thank you so much. We don't want to take up more of your weekend. We hope you enjoy. Do not forget to follow our YouTube channel. We have lots of content there. We have Empower Academy sessions from January when we started. We have Yellow Couches where we talk to different business leaders and they too share their personal stories, their career journey, something for you to also learn as a young professional. We also have Empower Generation Empower, a program we're doing at the University of Dar es Salaam and also going to expand this year. So a lot of things to catch up with as a young person for you to learn and grow. Don't just sit at home and wait for opportunities to come to you. You need to get up, show up, dress up, and go to the opportunities that you want to grow into. So thank you so much. Until next time, Swed. Anything else? Meena?
You wrap it very well.
Yeah, so we're signing out. Until next time, bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Until next time.